Please don't be afraid. This is not the new Heinzel fashion trend on YouTube, but this is how I look when I come right out of my bed, make myself a coffee, and then open a package from a new junk journal friend of mine. I have received a package from Nicole at Nature Spirit Journals, and what was inside of that package has totally blown me away, and I thought I want to share that with you, and that's the reason for my a little bit like out of control look today. Hi there, this is Luise Heinzel. Welcome to my channel Junk Journal Art, today with a very special video. Not only that you see me in a real life situation and a little bit out of control, but I also want to share something really stunning with you today. A few weeks ago, I had planned a 5-item swap with my new junk journal friend Nicole at Nature Spirit Journals. Perhaps you know about this kind of challenge where you exchange 5 items and then you have to create something with those items using only the items and additional things like tools and mediums from your stash. We have discussed how we want to do that, and you will see this 5-item swap on our channels in April. And of course, we have to exchange the items for that. So I have sent my package to her, and she said, Luise, I have already also sent the package to you. So I have expected a package from her with 5 items. And I was like, yeah, it's clear. And then when the package arrived, my hubby, who isn't my hubby, has brought it to my caravan and he has put it next to the coffee machine. And I'm mentioning that to let you know that I haven't had the package in my hand. Yeah, I couldn't feel it because he had taken it and had put it to that place there next to the coffee machine. And because I thought that I already know what's inside of the package, I saw no necessity to open it immediately. But I thought, let's be really organized and take the package and bring it to the craft desk so that I have it in place for recording the videos. And when I then took the package and I lifted it up, I felt that it was really heavy. And I thought, what the heck? Has Nicole put some stones into the package, or why the heck is that so heavy? So that was yesterday evening, and I thought I want to message her. So I went to Instagram, to our chat, and I wrote, Nicole, have you put stones into the package, or why the heck is that so heavy? What have you done with this package? 5 items can't be so heavy. And then she answered, and she has written, the envelopes are not heavy at all. And I was like, okay. When the envelopes that she has sent, and for your information, she has sent 2 envelopes, one for my German video and one for my English video. So you will see those again in April. When those envelopes are not heavy, what the heck is then additionally in that package? To be honest, I was so afraid that I couldn't open it yesterday evening because I thought I don't want to know what is inside. But when I woke up this morning, I thought, okay, let's open it and let's see what is inside there. And that you can understand what I'm feeling right now and what I'm feeling about this thing that I want to show you in a second, I have to explain some things around that so that you can get my emotional situation a little bit better. I hope this coffee is strong. So I have watched Nicole's videos on her channel, and she has shown how she dyes her papers with rust. You can see that she reaches really gorgeous results here on this envelope. This is made with rust as well. And if you know me, you know that this is totally my cup of tea. This is absolutely gorgeous. And she has also explained how she is doing that with rust, really professional. I thought, okay, now I know what I did wrong with my rust dyeing experiments. It was like an eye-opener for me, what she has told in her videos. So that was very fascinating for me, and I also liked her results really, really much. And then, after she has shown that, she has started a series on her channel where she has taken 2 books that she has found on a flea market and she has turned them into junk journals. And I have watched the series, and from the very first minute I was like, oh my gosh. Not only that I thought that she has totally outdone herself with creating those journals, it was also this feeling like, do you know that when you see something and you know that you want to have that? And I have written a comment below one of her videos where she has decorated the pages for the signatures. And I wrote, you have totally outdone yourself, Nicole. And this is so beautiful. And originally, and that's something that Nicole doesn't know yet, originally I wanted to write, can I please buy that journal after you have finished it? But I thought, okay, I don't know her so well yet. Perhaps it will kill her nerves when I write that, or perhaps she feels not good about that. So I left that out and I haven't written it, but I thought I want to have that journal. And I think that happens not so often, that you see something on YouTube that is exactly 100% yours. Yeah, your style, your taste, everything. And I was like, okay, I have to wait until she has finished the series, and then perhaps I can go back to her and write her and say, Nicole, I want to have the journal. Can I buy it? So that's the situation I had when I opened the package. And in that package, I've not only found those envelopes, but I also found, wrapped into this gorgeous doily with this wonderful paper flowers here, exactly that journal that she has created in the video. When I opened this, I couldn't believe it, and I still can't believe it. This is absolutely crazy to see something in a video and then you want it and you know, okay, it could be a little bit of a problem to get it. I mean, I even don't know if she sells her journals or if she wants to have them for her own. Yeah, I don't know that. And now this thing is here and I can touch it, and seriously, I can't believe it. And I was so shocked about that I thought I have to share that with you. You have to see this journal. And there's also another reason, or several other reasons, why I wanted to show you that. But before I talk about that, let me show you this little thing here. This is so beautiful. I have never seen paper flowers that look so cute and so vintage. Look at that. This is just amazing. And she has put this little tag on here. And this says, für einen besonderen Menschen. That means for a special human being. And this made me cry the first time. When I saw that, I had to cry. Nicole has constructed this journal out of an old book that she has found on a flea market. And when she has done that, I was like, oh my goodness, what is she doing? Because she has cut the book apart, and as you can see, the spine has those book corners, and in the video where she has put those to the spine, that was a little bit confusing for me, because I thought, where is that going? I mean, how will she connect the spine to the back cover piece and the front cover piece later when those book corners are here? And I was really, really curious how she will do that. And as you can see, she went a really clever way. She has put this really sturdy fabric in between so that we not only have this really cool look here around the spine area, but this journal can also grow a lot. When I press here, you can see it's relatively small here, but here, as you can see, there's a little bit of flexibility, meaning the journal here can grow a lot. And of course, with this closure, it's flexible as well, so it can grow here on the front as well. And that makes it really special to me because I'm always struggling with too much bulk in my journals. And here I have a perfect example on how to avoid that. And this solution is not only very grungy and beautiful, but it's also so clever. She has put a little dangle here to the spine, and look how beautiful those colors go together. These wooden beads mixed with those, I don't know which material this is, feels like plastic or glass, I don't know, but this glossiness of the black beads and this wood here, that is something like modern and natural at the same time. She has put that here to this little dangle here, and here's also a little cluster, as you can see. And look what she did here. Isn't this just crazy? She has sewn around this postage stamp that she obviously has prepared somehow, because it feels not like this typical postage stamp paper anymore. I don't know exactly what she has done with that, but it feels really sturdy now. And here on the threads of her sewing, she has put some beads as well. Isn't that gorgeous? This is just gorgeous. And that, of course, she couldn't know. She has put one of my absolutely favorite postage stamps here to this cluster. I have this postage stamp as well, and I think I haven't used it yet. Or perhaps I have used, I guess I have used one of them, because I have several of the same. But I'm hoarding them a little bit because they are just so beautiful. Here on the other side of this little cluster, she has put this butterfly, and I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but this is printed on canvas. Absolutely amazing, makes it totally sturdy, and it gives it a totally different feeling. This feels way more real than if it was printed on paper. Just amazing. And she has put this little bulb pin here to the outside of the cover. I have seen this, I think, several years ago on a journal that I have seen on YouTube. I can't remember who has created it. And I was like, I want to do this as well. I want to do this. But to be honest, I've never done it. And now I have this here, and this reminds me that I want to do it, but I haven't done it, and she has done it here. That's totally coincidence, of course, but that's totally amazing. And this feels so cool, and this is just a perfect place for adding such a small detail, isn't it? She has added this little label that says für Luise, that means for Luise. So this is German. I mean, Luise is Luise, but für is for in English. And she has this little tag here that says, ich sage einfach gar nichts. That means I say nothing at all. Thank you, Nicole. And on the back, she has written that there's no need to show it, and that it is just for me, and that she doesn't expect anything for this journal. And even if she has said that she knows me relatively well, she often writes that. She says, Luise, I think I know you already really, really well. But obviously, she knows me not so well, because otherwise she wouldn't have written that to the tag, because she should know that I will show such a journal. And especially when she writes that there's no need to show it, I will show it, yeah? So let's open this. And you can see on the first glance that this journal is really, really grungy, but you will see in a second that it's at the same time completely elegant. And this is a really fantastic mixture out of cold colors and warm colors, I would say. I have never seen such a good balance between cold and warm colors like in this journal. It's absolutely stunning. And she has also used some materials that I have never used in my whole junk journal life before. Here we have a tea bag. I mean, I use tea bags for my junk journal creations as well, but not as pages. Look how fluffy this is, and this material makes everything so much cozier in some way. That is really cool. For those papers that look a little bit warmer and obviously printed, she has used one of my newest digital printable paper sets that's called Steamy Floral Smoke. You have seen those pages in several of my videos as well. I have already shown you them. And the mixture of the printable and those like grungy elements is just perfect. It's just absolutely perfect. She has printed the pages a little bit differently than they come with the set. She has also explained that in her videos. She has played around with her printer settings a little bit to get a little bit different look to them. But of course, that's a good thing. If you know how to do that, then you please do it. You can of course do that. And I think she has done a really good job with that, because now everything fits really well together, and it fits really well to the other papers that she has chosen for this journal. As you can see, those pages are totally different, and I'm totally in love with that, because when you flip through a journal and you have the feeling that there are many like different pages, that makes a journal special. I mean, it's just fantastic. She has included also some hidden journaling space, like on this card here, for example. I could journal something that is hidden then in this pocket here that she has created out of an envelope. Here you can see one of my Steamy Floral Smoke pages. And she has also stenciled a lot, as you can see. And she has used my absolutely favorite distress color for that, and that's Forest Moss. And I mean, Forest Moss is a surprising color, isn't it? It's really, I would say, one of the more uncontrollable colors from Ranger. And that's probably the reason, or one reason, why I love that color so much. But Forest Moss on like normal paper, like this one here, where she hasn't put any rust or something like that, it looks green. Yeah, it has this like darker greens and lighter greens, some gray, sometimes some blue when it oxidizes. But how that came out on her rust dyed papers, that's just amazing. I think that is just amazing. Here, for example, she has stenciled, not only with one of my absolutely favorite Tim Holtz stencils, but look how the Forest Moss came out here. Here it's like a, grungy turquoise gray blue, and it matches so well with this rusty color here. And perhaps you are wondering why, oops, what is that? Why the papers that she has dyed with rust are in this grayish, like nearly black color. Yeah, this is gray, but you have seen some pages that are nearly black. She has explained that in her video. Really, really professional, I have to say. And I have learned a lot from her explanations, and I'm sure that I will take her ideas and especially her recipe for that rust dyeing and make an English video for you, because her videos are all in German, and I'm assuming that the most of you can't understand that, and perhaps you can't follow so good what she's doing there. So I will talk to her and ask her if I am allowed to do that and steal her idea to make an English video, because what she explained there was really, really eye-opening for me. I have done many experiments with dyeing with rust, and they all failed. I couldn't get good results, or results that I liked. And this is just amazing. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. And here you also can't feel that there's something on the paper. And that was my main problem when I tried that with the rust, that I got like some tiny pieces that fall off from the paper later, and it felt like dirty. And that was nothing that I could handle for my journals, because I don't want to have dirty journals, of course. But yeah, perhaps I can do that for you in English. This is eco-dyed, as you can see, and look how gorgeous this leaf matches with the forest moss stenciling and with the other colors that she has put in here. Absolutely fantastic. Here another really thin page. That's also something that's new to me, because normally I guess I would use such a material for collaging, but not for a page. But why not? This breaks this like dark colors, and here, for example, the shape of the tag and also this leaf, it's a little bit like rough. The leaf seems to be rough because of the material and how it feels, but the tag shape itself, I mean, it's a rectangle with those cut edges, corners, but it feels like, do you know what I mean? Really hard. And this totally breaks it up. It's just amazing. And the sound of this paper, oh, so good. This is obviously eco-dyed as well. The colors are absolutely gorgeous. This brown, totally fantastic. I don't know how she did that. Perhaps she has also put some coffee to her mixture where she has put the papers and the plants in, because this is so brownish. I have never got an eco-dyed result like this. This is absolutely amazing. And what she also did, and perhaps I can show you that on a butterfly that comes, I think, a little bit later. She has done a really cool thing. Let me first show you this. Isn't this just amazing? Look at this. That's totally cool. And it's there's still the possibility to write here. Yeah, even if this is grungy, it's not so dark that you couldn't write on it anymore. And that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And she has also used some stamps that I don't have, but I would love to have them. Yeah. Look at this. This is, I mean, how is that possible? This is so grungy and so elegant at the same time. And let's look what she has done here. I mean, here are not so many elements. Yeah, here's this little moth, a little bit of cheesecloth, obviously, this skeleton leaf, and then here in the background she has the pattern of her paper, and here's a little bit washi tape. And let's address that. That's not much, but the arrangement of those things is just fantastic. It's just amazing. And how this butterfly comes out here on the top, and at the same time he's in the background of this. Absolutely fantastic. The same here. This is a pocket. You can take, if you can take it out, you can take it out. Come out. Here's a journaling card inside as well. And here I can tell you something about the butterfly. I've just started to talk about that a second ago. She has cut out some of the butterflies from really special materials. This here, for example, that was originally a really strange looking like fabric leaf from, yeah, a fabric plant, yeah, and that has those little fibers on top. It feels like you would pet a pig, I would say. Really rough. And this vellum in the background makes it so elegant. I mean, that breaks it. totally. The cheesecloth feels a little bit rough as well because of the glue that she has used, but here on the edges it's totally fluffy. It's also this mixture out of rough elements and fluffy elements, and that makes it so interesting. And please look at the position where she has put this butterfly. Here in the background it looks nearly like a hole that came from her paper dyeing. She has put a little bit of stenciling here, and now it looks like the butterfly is coming out of this hole and he is flying out of that hole. Isn't this just great? So cool. She has played around so much with the shapes and patterns that she got from the dyeing with the rust, and that's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the way she has printed out the digital paper, to me, is also really fascinating. But yeah, you know, when you design a digital paper and you print it out, you try different printer settings, and especially with this paper set, I have tried out a lot because I have made this paper collection to match some of the Ranger colors. I have told you about that in one of my other videos, so you can combine this paper collection with a color palette that I have chosen from the Ranger colors. And she has printed that out a little bit differently so that it this way now matches even more colors of the Ranger palette, and that's absolutely fantastic. And of course, as a digital designer, it's always fascinating to see what the people do with your paper. Yeah, that's of course totally great. And she has chosen the ephemera so well. I mean, look, she hasn't done anything to those things, yeah? No distressing, no splattering, no coffee, no rust. But this totally makes sense here, because this doesn't need anything like that, because it goes into the rest so well and that gets so cohesive. It's just fascinating for me. Whew. This here seems to be a paper towel, and I'm really wondering how she has managed that to sew that with the rest of the papers into the journal, because this, I mean, a paper towel, that's fragile, isn't it? I haven't seen the video where she has put that in, so perhaps, no, I'm sure it's already online on her channel, but when I record this video, I haven't seen it yet, because, you know, on YouTube there are some time holes sometimes because of preparing the videos. I think the last video that I have seen was that where she has put the embellishments to the pages, and I guess the next one will be how to put the cover together and the signatures in. But when this video is online, I guess you can see her videos on her channel about that already. And if she has made a playlist, of course I will link that down below for you. The same with all of her social media links, so that you can check out her channel and her Instagram and so on. Crazy. That's so crazy. And I think now I also understand why she has printed this paper exactly like this. With changing the colors, for example, this brown here fits really well to this brown and also to the color that she's used for this dressing here. I guess it's vintage photo. I don't know exactly, but that doesn't matter. It matches really well here. But as you can see, with the rust and this water that she has splattered to the pages, they get relatively busy, especially here on this edge. It's really busy. And with printing my printables like this, she has managed it to calm down the background of the original printable a little bit. When you print them out like they come when you buy them in my shop, then the background is a little bit more busier and there are some smoky and foggy elements in the background. Here you can see it probably a little bit better, but she lost that here, and I think that brings much to the journal and especially to this spread, because here it's loud and here it's calm, and that's a really good combination, I would say. And she also brought back the connection of the colors with this little cluster here. Perfect. It's just perfect. And I think I would call this a plain journal. What do you think about that? Oh, here's the butterfly. Here's the butterfly. Before I ask my question that I originally wanted to ask you, I have to show you this. This is absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see that, but this is cut out from a paper towel. Yeah, perhaps you are wondering, how is that possible? She has taken the paper towel that she has used to clean her desk when she has dyed the papers with the rust. And she has flattened that a little bit, and then she has run that through her die cut machine with the Perspective Butterfly die cut by Tim Holtz. And then she has backed that with some vellum, and she has torn around here so that she gets this really cool edge. The first thing that has fascinated me is how is that possible to get such a cool look to this butterfly die cut with tearing around it? When I saw it in her video, to be honest, I thought, ooh, it's a possibility, but that's not my cup of tea, because the shape of the butterfly is really clear, and it already has some really tiny details, especially here and here. And I thought this irregular edge destroys the shape of the butterfly a little bit. But when I see it in reality now, I'm totally in love with it. I can't explain why, but this is just gorgeous. And that's also a proof for not giving up too early, not, what is the word? Judging too early when you see something in a video of someone else. Sometimes I think, and that happens to me as well, we see things in other videos and sometimes we relatively quickly say, ooh, that's not my cup of tea. I don't want to do that. And I was like, I will never do that. Yeah, I will never glue that down and tear around this butterfly. Never in my life. I don't like it. But now I see it here and I totally love it. If I wouldn't have this journal, I would probably not have tried that out for one of my journals. But it's the proof that you have to try it out, yeah, when you see something, and perhaps especially with those things where you think, that's not my cup of tea. Perhaps it's those things that you have to try out to find out how gorgeous it can look when you have it in your hands and in your journal. Absolutely crazy. I don't know how she got out all of those tiny pieces from the paper towel. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I'm just kidding. How long she needed to glue this down. Because, I mean, paper towel, that's a flimsy kind of bitchy paper, isn't it? I don't know how she could manage to glue that to the vellum, but I will definitely try that out with my own Perspective Butterfly die cut and a paper towel. So what I just wanted to ask you, I just have to take a sip of my coffee. Oh, it's cold. But cold coffee makes you beautiful. What I just wanted to ask you is, do you also think that this could be called a plain journal? I have thought about this for a very long time. When can you call a journal like plain or blank? Especially on Etsy, for example, there are often those journals where in the title of the journal, in the title of the item, is written blank journal or plain journal. That means when you read that, you already know that you will have much space for writing and journaling. and that it's not so extremely embellished. That means blank or plain journal. And I thought, okay, I have much space for journaling here, obviously, yeah? But is this a blank journal? I mean, I have problems to explain my thoughts in English because, look here, I can write here, yeah, of course, but is this blank? Is it plain? In my eyes, this is an artwork on the edge of a paper. Yeah, do you know what I mean? How can you find out when to call a journal as like blank or plain? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know if that is important, that you find a definition for that. Yeah. But perhaps it also needs not so much embellishments to make a journal embellished. A journal can perhaps also be embellished by patterns that are on a paper. I have never thought about that so much in detail before having this in my hands. I want to be honest. When people say, ooh, a journal is embellished and much embellished, I can't do anything in the journal anymore because there are so many embellishments. You know that. Perhaps you know that when you make journals by yourself, and perhaps when you sell them or you have a YouTube channel, then you perhaps have also read those comments where the people say, yeah, and what do you do with such a journal when it's so much embellished already? The people have the feeling when they buy such a journal or get that as a gift or somehow that they can't work in the journal anymore, that they can't write in the journal. They are perhaps a little bit afraid of doing something in the journal because of all of the embellishments. But those people and those comments talk about embellishments like this, like clusters or like collages or like something like this here, yeah? Something that is glued or in other way attached to the pages. But isn't this an embellishment as well, even if it's flat? Do you know what I mean? And and that brought me to a thought. But first, I want to show you this gorgeous card. This is a postcard that shows the Via Appia in Rome. Really, really gorgeous, especially because I will travel to Rome again very, very soon. I haven't talked about that yet. Many of you have asked me if I'm able to travel to Rome. You know I love Rome. Rome is for me the absolutely the most gorgeous place in the entire world. And now I'm looking forward to another trip to Rome, and that makes it even more special because I know that I can see this in reality in a few days again. So I was asking myself, what will I do with this journal? Because I know that I don't want to put it into my shelf and take it out every week and flip through it and be happy. I know that I want to do something in this journal. But I'm also in this situation where I think probably if I would take a little like collage piece. Oh my goodness, what is that? I'm so sorry for those crazy noises. There's this machine driving outside that takes away the snow. We had much snow the last night, and now the man who has the job to get rid of the snow is driving directly in front of my window, meaning approximately 2 meters next to my desk here, to my left arm, right arm. Oh my goodness, I hope that it is not too crazy for you. So, now I lost my sentence. What I am trying to say is, I'm now in the situation of those people who think, I can't do anything in such a journal because I'm afraid to destroy it. And I have the feeling, even if I would take, for example, here, look, if I would take a white pen and journal here, that would look absolutely fantastic. But I have the feeling that I could destroy this just by writing one letter. So I guess I need your help. I would love if you would write me some suggestions what I could do with this journal. I mean, I have some ideas already, yeah, but I would love to know what you would like to see me doing in this journal. Please don't suggest to take this to Rome and journal there when I'm in Rome, because I have planned another thing for Rome. I will not use that for my trip to Rome, and I'm, to be honest, I'm totally afraid to take that with me in the train, and then perhaps someone comes and steals my bag or something like that, and then the journal has gone. I can't take that to Rome with me. I'm in German we would say I'm a Schisshase. That means like a rabbit that shits himself. Yeah. So this journal will stay here while I will travel to Rome, and you have some time to think about what I could do with this. And I would love to read some comments. Perhaps you have some special wishes what I could do in this journal. And what I totally forgot to mention is the smell of this journal. I wish you could smell this journal. It's absolutely fantastic. It smells vintage, but not old. Do you know that when you buy old books, for example, they sometimes smell really, really terribly. Yeah. And you have to prepare them somehow to get the smell away. But this here smells like vintage, but you know, if you would turn this terrible smell into a positive smell, that's how this smells. And I have absolutely no idea how she could reach that. I have absolutely no idea. It smells like, I mean, if I had the smell in a bottle and I could spritz it to myself, I would use it. Yeah, like as a, what's the word? Fragrance, I guess is the word. Absolutely fantastic. And this stamp is so long on my wish list for ages. Why don't I have this stamp? I have to buy it. And she also used some of my absolutely favorite stencils. So obviously she knows me really well. Yeah, she knows me really well. And what she also is doing, and that's for me absolutely unbelievable. I just have to search for a page where I can show you that. As you can see, she has sewn around the pages here and there. And she is doing something really crazy with the threads of the sewing. Oh, look at that. I want to have this in a bigger size as a wallpaper. This is, if this was a wallpaper, I would take it and put it to my walls everywhere, on the floor as well. So crazy. Yeah, where is this? Ah, here, I can show you this. She, absolutely crazy. When she sews around her pages, yeah, then she leaves the threads a little bit longer, as you can see here and also here, and this peeks out here from the journal. I really love that. But she makes knots into each of those thread pairs that come together here from the sewing. I mean, what? To secure this, I would just go along here and then a little bit back and a little bit forth, then it would be secure as well. But of course you get this like double sewn area here that looks, yeah, it's a question of taste, I think. But this way she gets something like this. The threads are ending here without this double thread here. And she takes the time and makes knots into every of those thread pairs there and on the other pages. Can you believe that? I seriously can't believe that, but I know that it is true. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is also something seeing things that are fascinating are really important, I guess, for your own junk journaling process. And this is something that gives me so much inspiration and so much motivation. I guess I had a time that was not so easy for me. And now I'm thinking, okay, I can do it. And I can get inspired by others. I have the motivation to do something new. And I'm not feeling like this, I had a little bit of chaotic time, I would say, a little bit of chaos in my head. And I was not so sure how to overcome that. And I have the feeling that with this, it's gone. It's totally gone. And I'm back at the stage where I want to be. And I'm myself. Do you know what I mean? Really, really crazy. And this here, so gorgeous. I mean, now when it's open, you can perhaps see it a little bit better. When I don't press here, it stands like this, and this is parallel. When we press this here and look how much is in here, you can see it's like this. It's way slimmer. But when I put some things inside of the journal, it can grow. The space is now here in between of the pages. And it can grow even more because this here, of course, can expand to its maximum. And then there's a lot of space for putting also thicker things into the journal, like collages or tags or something like that, or additional pockets or so. Really, really, really crazy. So, Nicole, if you are watching this, I mean, I guess you watched the German video, but if you watched this by accident, thank you very, very much for this. I'm totally in love with this little thing here. It's so, so cute, and you have surprised me so much. I have never expected to get this from you, and that is just fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to our 5 items swap. They are still closed. I will open them, of course, together with you when I record my videos for that. If you don't know Nicole yet, then please check out her channel. All of her links are down below in the description box. And even if you can't understand German, please watch her videos. She's just so amazing. And I think sometimes you write to me, Luise, I'm watching your German videos as well because I like to hear the German language. And if you like that, please watch Nicole's videos as well. She's so cute, and I think she has a really cute voice. It's really, really like relaxing to listen to her. And even if you can't understand anything, you will see how gorgeous that is what she creates in her videos. Thank you very much for watching, and have a very great and creative day. See you the next time. Bye bye.